A warm welcome to Anuradha Vedic Astrology. Mental health has become very important in today's day and time. We all live individual lives. We don't live in families where mental, emotional support, financial support was easily available. Living in secular small families, and most of the times we see that people live as an individual where help in any form becomes difficult. So, mentally a person can be under a lot of stress, can be undergoing depression and can go to an extreme of committing suicide. This is a step, or this is an important episode here today because it helps us identify charts where there can be suicidal tendencies, and then in that case we can work on such people, we can give them help and support so that the period which shows that they can undergo these kind of feelings can be easily, if not easily, can be properly undergone, and the person does not get into that mode of suicide and causing us harm also because we lose a loved one. Before we begin, a big thanks to all of you for liking, sharing and subscribing our YouTube and Spotify channels and writing in your comments and your suggestions there. If you haven't subscribed to us, please do, and do remember to press the bell icon so that you can get the update ASAP. When we talk about suicide astrologically, it's important to find first ascertain the Lagna Lord, the third Lord and the eighth Lord. Let's see the logic behind it. The Lagna represents the self. It is I, it is me who is doing something, and it will everything will reflect on me. The eighth house is said to be the mode of representing the mode of death. So, and the third house is your hands, some things that you do willingly. Now, when the Lagna, the eighth Lord and the third house Lord, when they are connected, it can show suicidal tendencies in a person. As I have said, and it did not, as per Sarwar Chintamani and what J.N. Basin writes, he very categorically states that it need not be malefics only. If the lords of the first 8 and the third house are even benefics, let alone malefics, even if they are benefics, and they have a relation such that no other planet is affecting that relationship, in that case, during a bad transit and a dasha which is not very conducive, a person does have a thought, a person does have a good chance that the person may commit suicide. The third house represents your hands, as I said again, which you do it with your own self. It's important to understand that in many charts you might find this combination, but again, as Basinji has said, that the third and the eighth Lord and the Lagna Lord should not be affected by PAC, position, aspect or conjunction by any other planet. If it is, then it will reduce the chance. And I was looking into one of the charts when I asked the person if she had felt suicidal during a certain period, and it was the period where Jupiter in this case and Venus were active. Why Jupiter and Venus? Jupiter is the third Lord, Venus here for the Libra Lagna is the eighth and the Lagna Lord. Fortunately, it has also been aspected by Mars, and there are two planets, Mercury and Sun, sitting there. Mercury is the 12th Lord. So, Mercury sitting there could have initiated the person into doing something. But there is also the 11th Lord sitting there aspected by Mars. So, she did not go ahead and do, but she did contemplate the idea and she did have those thoughts in her minds. Please remember that if you have these kind of thoughts, then you can reach out to others for help. Near and dear ones will definitely help you through. All you need to do is simply speak up. Nowadays in India and abroad, there are definitely helplines. In India also there are many helplines that will see us out of this trauma, and it's just a momentary thing where if you ask for help for a person, I'm sure that will simply, the idea will vanish. So it's very important to look into the chart and see when a person is going through a depressive state, whether the person does have these tendencies, and to help him accordingly to divert his attention from such a bad deed. Till we meet with you again, stay safe. Thanks.
Please hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.